Hey, it's NPR's Book of the Day. I'm Andrew Limbong. I guess, technically, today's book is a self-help book, but it isn't like those 10 hacks to be more productive at the workplace kind of books. Instead, Ana Garriga and Carmen Urbita are two academics who got fascinated by the lives of 16th century nuns, so much so that they wrote a whole book about what we today can glean from the lives of these women who lived in a convent so many years ago. The book is called Convent Wisdom, and the two authors spoke to NPR's Ayesha Rascoe about how they learned about everything from writing better emails to their own sexuality from researching nuns. That's after the break.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Warby Parker, the one-stop shop for all your vision needs. They offer expertly crafted prescription eyewear, plus contacts, eye exams, and more. For everything you need to see, visit your nearest Warby Parker store or head to warbyparker.com. This message comes from Greenlight. Parents say financial literacy is the hardest life skill to teach. Greenlight's debit card and money app for families makes it easy for kids to learn to earn, save, and spend wisely. Start today, risk-free at greenlight.com/NPR.
Modern life is full of pressure, deadlines, doom scrolling, dating apps. It can make you want to return to a simpler time, maybe a convent in 16th century Spain. A new book makes the case that even though nuns in the 1500s may not have had to deal with screens, they did have to grapple with frenemies, overbearing church officials, and shaky finances. In Convent Wisdom, scholars Ana Garriga and Carmen Urbita scour the writings of Renaissance-era nuns for nuggets of insights that can apply to current-day dilemmas. Ana Garriga and Carmen Urbita join us now. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
You both have PhDs from Brown University. That's where you met. How did you both end up so fascinated with nuns? And let's start with you, Ana.
For me, it was because I was studying in Spain and I was focusing on early modern literature. And I was like, I want to read a woman that was able to publish in the 16th century. And the only option was Saint Teresa of Avila. So after that, I was truly fascinated by the way all these women were able to revolt and to write.
So it was the nuns, they were the ones who were able to publish, and that's how you got interested in them.
Yeah.
And Carmen, what about you?
I was studying at Oxford. I was doing my master's in literature. I still didn't know what I was going to do my PhD about, but I just came across this autobiography by a French nun called Jeanne d'Assange. She was possessed by many, many demons, and I was really shocked at the fact that she wrote about it in a way that she made her demons her own.
She made the demons her own? What do you mean by that?
We've all watched these nunsploitation movies where you see demons possessing women in a very physical and very, voyeuristic way. So I was fascinated to see this other side of possession. She talked about possession in her own terms. She talked about how these demons had to do with her own personality and her own traits. So I thought that was very, very interesting.
In the book, you point out that there weren't a lot of options for women back in this time. So why do you feel like the lives of these nuns in particular are relevant to today?
I mean, if you were a woman in the 16th or 17th century and you didn't want to get married and risk your life giving birth, probably you just wanted to join the convent to live with your friends or your family members, the female family members who already lived there. Or you were fascinated by the lives of the saints who were really famous at the time and you just wanted to emulate them and try to achieve sainthood. There were many reasons why you wanted to join the convent, but one of them as well was that it was the only place where women at the time would have the time and the means to write about their own experience and to share that with other women. We've tried to recover this female archive and continue to do what they were doing, just recover these writings for the ones who were coming right after, and maybe we'll find some answers or at least a little bit of peace for the present. I don't know.
There is a funny passage where, kind of using the 17th century nun, Sor Juana, as inspiration, you lay out 5 steps to writing an assertive, non-people-pleasing email. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, Carmen and me are like extremely people pleaser. One of the first seminars that we took at Brown was a seminar that was exclusively devoted to the writings of Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz, that is probably like the most famous nun writer. She lived in 17th century Mexico. She was like a very atypical nun because she was an intellectual and she took part in the intellectual circles of her time. And she was a master of rhetoric. So she wrote this very famous letter. Basically, she had to find a way to revolt against her superiors. And she did it in a beautiful letter that was like a perfect maneuver without being like too rebellious.
It's like the sandwich technique. You say something that it's going to make your reader feel great, and then you say something terrible about yourself because you're so humble. And then, when they're not expecting it, you say what you really want to say, but in a very subtle way. And then you finish up with, again, you're being really laudatory and yes.
Let's not forget that Sor Juana ended up signing some of her letters as I, the worst of all. So,
Okay. A lot of the book also kind of catalogs the growing bond between the two of you. Were there any challenges or competition? Because, you guys are both studying like a very specific line of work.
Well, before meeting, I thought we're going to hate each other. We were doing exactly the same thing.
I didn't want to tell that, but it's true.
I think we both thought, oh my God, who's this girl? We're going to hate each other. Something that we learned from our nuns is that the fact that these women had to live together for their whole lives made it harder to just get people out of their lives at the first difficulty. So we learned something of value there. There are better ways to try and work out things that may arise in any relationship, friendship, or any other kind of relationship.
And one of you was actually coming to terms with your own sexuality as you were doing this research. How did reading about these sort of repressed nuns help with that realization?
It was truly therapeutic. It was life-changing in a way. I was married, then I got divorced during this time, and I came out of the closet. And it's hard to say that I realized, but yeah, in part, I already knew, but I had to face the truth.
It's very funny to think that early modern nuns help
Get
you
out
get
of
out
the
of the
closet.
closet.
Yes. They can really change your life.
Yeah. That was Carmen Urbita and Ana Garriga. Their new book is Convent Wisdom, How 16th Century Nuns Could Save Your 21st Century Life. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us. It was great.
Thank you so much.
There are a lot of great NPR shows out there, but we all know who's the best. Wink, wink. NPR is celebrating the most memorable episodes of the year, and you get to crown the winner of the People's Choice Award. Vote for us at npr.org/People's Choice, and may the best pod win.
This message comes from Warby Parker. Prescription eyewear that's expertly crafted and unexpectedly affordable. Glasses designed in-house from premium materials starting at just $95, including prescription lenses. Stop by a Warby Parker store near you.
This message comes from Schwab. At Schwab, how you invest is your choice, not theirs. That's why when it comes to managing your wealth, Schwab gives you more choices. You can invest and trade on your own. Plus, get advice and more comprehensive wealth solutions to help meet your unique needs. With award-winning service, low costs, and transparent advice, you can manage your wealth your way at Schwab. Visit schwab.com to learn more. Support for NPR and the following message come from Warby Parker, the one-stop shop for all your vision needs. They offer expertly crafted prescription eyewear, plus contacts, eye exams, and more. For everything you need to see, visit your nearest Warby Parker store or head to warbyparker.com.